This weekend, I embarked on an overnight canoe trip along the beautiful St. Louis River. It was my first time paddling this river, and I was excited to explore a section near the Sax-Zim Bog area, known for wildlife and in particular its birds. I started my journey at the Zim Put-In, right at the County Road 27 bridge. From there I paddled about 14 miles downriver to the Stony Creek confluence. This section of the river is incredibly peaceful, with very few roads or houses nearby. The only sounds were the flow of the water, a welcome breeze here and there, and all of the bird songs. Despite the chorus of bird calls, spotting them was a bit challenging. However, I did manage to catch glimpses of sandpipers, orioles, scarlet tanagers, belted kingfishers, kingbirds. The highlight was a majestic owl perched on a stump, keeping a watchful eye over the river. Totally iconic sight in this part of Minnesota. About water conditions, there's usually a rapid at the Stony Creek confluence, but the water was high during this trip, covering most of the rapid. You could still see a few ripples marking its location, but always check water conditions before you set out. Camping at Stony Creek was a bit of a challenge. The tranquility was continuously interrupted by swarms of aggressive mosquitoes whenever the wind died down or it wasn't raining. Make sure to bring plenty of bug spray if you plan on camping here. On Sunday morning, I had a short paddle of about 5 miles to my takeout point. Leaving the mosquito-infested campsite behind, I enjoyed the final stretch with a refreshing breeze that kept the bugs at bay. The sun shining on another beautiful Minnesota morning made for a perfect end to the trip. One of the best parts of this adventure was simply being in this area of Minnesota. Even if you don't see much on your actual paddle, you're still going to have a lot of opportunities to see wildlife. During my drive, I was lucky enough to see a bear crossing the highway. There were deer. I saw sandhill cranes in the nearby fields. If you're into birding, you can also stop at the variety of places to check out the Sax-Zim Bog, which is a must-visit spot. This overnight trip on the St. Louis River was a wonderful experience, filled with peaceful paddling, wildlife sightings, and the natural beauty of Minnesota. See you on the water.